Coming up, a new version of Star Trek coming to the small screen.
A deposit for your future. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
The new frontier for the enduring Star Trek franchise is going to be in streaming. We are talking with Tim Hanlon, founder, CEO of media consultancy firm Vertere Group here in Chicago. Tim, welcome back to the Noon Business Hour.
Hi, Chris. Thanks a lot.
In fact, CBS is using Captain Kirk to guide viewers to its streaming video service, CBS, our parent company here at WBBM. Tell us about it.
Yeah, essentially, CBS television is doing two things at once. They're trying to come up with a modern or rebooted version of the vaunted Star Trek franchise, but they're trying to do it this time with a twist, using their still emerging over-the-top digital network called CBS AllAccess, which, as we've talked about before, is available to consumers in various CBS markets across the country for $5.99 a month. Right now, it ostensibly is CBS television programming and some live streaming of CBS shows and library content. But the idea, according to the news yesterday, is to debut the new Star Trek show, January of next year on CBS television, and then all subsequent new episodes will debut exclusively on the CBS AllAccess over-the-top platform.
There will be huge production costs here to do a series. Are they going to make money on this?
Well, no doubt that the costs will be significant. I mean, you have one of the original writers and producers of the 2009 and 2013 Star Trek movies, a guy named Alex Kurtzman, who is well-versed in the franchise and being deferential to the story and the specific and unique needs of the Star Trek fandom out there. No doubt that it will be an expensive enterprise. But make no mistake, this is a very interesting concept by CBS, ostensibly a broadcast television network, to add some life, some unique and original content to its fledgling over-the-top video service, not unlike what Netflix did with something like House of Cards or Orange is the New Black, et cetera. It's a unique, exclusive show that will be basically available only on this over-the-top CBS AllAccess platform. And it's a pretty interesting move, especially given that CBS already controls the Star Trek franchise and reruns with their ownership of the Paramount Library.
Is this essentially an acknowledgement by CBS that younger viewers, this is the way they want to watch content?
Well, it's also pretty deft too, right, Regina? In that they're targeting or they're using a show that's already heavily oriented towards, shall we say, the young adult male Trekkie/geek crowd, which tends to be the first adopters for lots of new platforms and technologies. And arguably, too, you've got younger audiences who we've talked about before who are inclined to cut the cord, shave the cord, not subscribe to multi-channel television, and be interested potentially in subscribing to CBS AllAccess. Maybe they didn't think so before, but now knowing that the new franchise of Star Trek and the old episodes are almost exclusively available on CBS AllAccess, they might make it another look or at least a consideration alongside Netflix and Hulu.
If this proves to be very successful, what happens to CBS's core business of the network television?
Very astute question. You're talking about the changing nature of how content gets from a content owner to a consumer. And broadcast television is certainly one of those models, an historic model at that. But, any television network of classic definition, CBS and broadcasting included, has to be looking at alternate ways to distribute content more directly and more flexibly to consumers. And CBS AllAccess is absolutely one of those ways, and this is a pretty deft way to potentially get people to test it out and try it out.
It's an amazing afterlife for Star Trek. I read again today, and I'd forgotten that it ran for 3 seasons in the 1960s. Low ratings on NBC, and then it was canceled. And here people want to watch it in 2017.
And so many different iterations of it since then.
Interesting story. Tim, thanks so much for joining us today. Tim Hanlon, founder, CEO of media consultancy firm Vertere Group here in Chicago.